Good evening, guys. Welcome to my YouTube channel. It's been a long day. I have been up and down trying to follow up on things that have been happening here in Nakuru. First of all, the biggest event is the 64-year-old who swam for 6 hours consecutive. I was there with her in the morning from the minute she stepped into the water, and I was there when she was leaving the water. And Sally Njeri, hats off to you because you are who you think you are. Yes, as a young woman in her youth, still, you've blown my mind away. You've made me see myself in a different light. You've made me love who I am, in essence, because at 64, swimming for 6 hours straight to raise funds for children living with autism, to achieve her own personal goals, going for more than 90 laps, 6.8 kilometers. That's the distance she swam at the Nakuru Athletic Club swimming pool for 6 hours straight. Guys, I'm still insisting the duration because she didn't leave the water. She got muscle cramps, but she kept going. And I did speak with her. So here's a behind the scenes of what happened with that big day here in Nakuru, the swimming gala that was being done by one person, Sally Njeri, brilliant woman. And if you're new to this channel, please welcome. My name is Bridget Singana, and this is a channel where I take you behind the scenes on what's happening in my work. I'm a journalist by profession based in Nakuru, Kenya, but I am a reporter who is without borders. And welcome to this channel. Please remember to like and subscribe, and I will see you after this BTS.
My name is Sally Njeri. I've come to do a 6-hour challenge. It's a fundraising for the AAC, that is the Alternative Communication Children. These are children living with autism, whether mild or uh, or excess. We in the society we forget about these children. So I thought of doing a 6-hour swimming challenge eh, to make it different from other fundraising. And it's also for raising funds for the rescue people, the divers. We have problems with equipment. We don't have flippers, we don't have the swimsuits, we don't have things that we need when going for rescue. So this is the reason why I'm doing this challenge today. I started at the age of 5 years to swim, to learn how to swim. I learned in Mombasa, and then the school I went to in primary had a swimming pool. So I had access to a pool. And all through my journey, I've loved swimming. Then I didn't know that I would take it up as a career, but now it's a career. And I've been teaching now in different schools, mostly the private schools, international schools. For example, Braben, Consolata Primary, Visa Osho Primary, Osho Girls, Aga Khan Academy. And then I moved to Nakuru, where I was at Lions Primary. I was in Eastmore Girls, and now I'm in Shalalji Nangapa Academy. I've been doing it now for almost 43 years, doing competitive swimming as well as life saving. And I decided to be more on the life saving because this is a skill that all of us needs. We need to know how to life save, whether we are swimmers or not. You still need to know how to life save because you'll need it at one time. So I'm now at Shalalji Nangapa Academy, where I teach children from the age of 5 years, 2 years in fact, up to year 13. So I teach them the competitive swimming as well as the life saving. I'm still a competitive swimmer because I do competitions. I'm now in the masters. I swim 60 and above. And last year I got 4 gold and 1 silver. Then I went to Mombasa for a 5 kilometer swim where I got a silver. So I'm still doing the competitive. I hope to attend in first week of December in Nairobi. And then I hope to even be put in the team Kenya so that I can be training for the masters in a more of a professional way. My life story is a very long story, but I'll try and shorten it up. I was adopted by a lady from South Africa. She was British, and so I was called Sally Beverly at those in my school days. And that's the way I got involved in swimming, because she used to allow us to do as many activities as possible. She's the one who took me to Mombasa, Kidogo in the ocean. And then, of course, I was taken to Hospital Hill Primary School, which at that time was run by the British group, and they had a swimming pool at that time. We're talking about 1961. So all along, I've had swimming throughout, and I used to take part in competitions, inter-house, inter-schools, and even up to East Africa those days. So after that, of course, now I went on my own, and I never thought that I would take swimming so seriously, because I'm actually a trained dictaphone secretary and accountant, but I took up swimming at the end of the day. So that's the way I managed to continue in swimming. It was the upbringing. This lady was interested in me doing everything. So I was an artist, I was a skater, I was a horse rider, and at the end of the day, I took swimming. I'm quite prepared because everything is in the mind. Uh, I won't say I've prepared myself thoroughly, no, because this is supposed to have been done on a daily training. But my movement going to Mombasa, coming back, because I was in Mombasa some 2 weeks ago doing water polo, where that already gives you a lot of base on the training, because it's very difficult to play ball in the ocean. We're supposed to use a swimming pool, but they preferred the ocean, so it's harder to play. So I got a bit of uh, training on that, and then of course in the evenings I train at Hillcourt Resort and Spa, which that pool I've been there for the last almost 12 years. So I train there every evening. But before this, I did not train every day. But psychologically, I'm very prepared because I know I can do it, and I'm doing it for a worthy cause. So God will come in and give me the strength to go through the 6 hours. I'm a bit disappointed because I'm late. I should have been in by 8, but now I'm late. So I will finish maybe by 3 today. I'm a mother and a grandmother. I have two beautiful boys. In fact, they're here today. They're going to swim with me at some stage. They'll also be doing the counting of the laps, because I want to, next year, I want to make a record of beating the laps that I'll do today. So I love my family a lot. My daughter is in Malindi, and I hope today she'll be watching online. And they've supported me because they know that this is what has been bringing bread and butter on the table. So, and they're swimmers. My boys are swimmers. The mother is also a swimmer. So they're all swimmers.
Tell us the secret. What's the secret of the fountain of youth?
Thank you. Um, I think my life has always been busy. They call me a workaholic because I'm always up and down, and I like doing different activities. And I believe one thing: God helps those who try to help themselves. So me, I do a lot of charity work. That makes you young. You move around, you take donations here and there, you support football clubs. I support the street boys, the street girls, street families, those who are unfortunate, they're vulnerable. So that also makes you younger, because you're on your toes all through. The other is I do a lot of exercise throughout. I either walk, or I'm swimming, or I'm playing football, or I'm doing something that just keeps me busy. The other thing is that I believe God has a lot to do with it, because I do believe in God, and that's the only way that life can continue. If you give your life to God and ask Him, "This is what I want," He will give it to you. So my life has just been that. I wake up very early also. In fact, in school, I arrive at around 6. If I'm late, it's 6:30. And school maybe starts at 8. But why should I be early? I believe the early bird catches the worm. So that is part of what makes me feel that I'm still young and can still make it. And I made a covenant with God that I wish to be like my uncle. My uncle is 115 years old today, and I wish to get to that age. But an age where I'm not disturbing anyone, an age where I can be able to continue swimming. And also online, I was actually motivated by a lady who did 1500 meters at the age of 102 years old. She really challenged me. So I said, this thing can be done. So I pray that it will continue. So I'll tell women, uh, don't fear. Don't fear coming to swim, going to the gym. Although the gym, after a certain age, you can't go to the gym. But swimming, you can swim throughout your life.
And just speak to women who always write themselves off. Like when I turned 30, I started like being afraid of going and
Mhm.
stuff
I would tell women that they should be positive about themselves. You should be talking to yourself because life is about me, not about others. Life is about me being able to be satisfied, and it's about, am I happy with what I'm doing? If I'm happy, why should somebody else make me think about what I'm doing is wrong? No. Let's be positive. Let's think about ourselves. We want to live for a long time. You got to do things for yourself. You have to remember, even at my age, it's difficult because sometimes I expect that I should be done things by others because I've reached a stage where I think I should put my legs up and enjoy life. But for me, I prefer doing it myself because that will make me continue living. And life is about living. Life is about enjoying what you have. The other is I love traveling. So sometimes if I have extra money, let me go to Amboseli or Savo and enjoy the air, enjoy the beauty, enjoy a new environment. That also makes your body younger and you feel like you can live another 5 years. Yeah.
Thank you. So all the best. We will be here with you. And maybe what would you want people to was what like as you're doing the fundraising,
Mhm.
how would you want people to support you? Even after today, how would you want people to support you?
For today, I would wish that everybody gives what they have, whether it's 50 bob, 100 shillings, 300, 10,000, 100,000, because it's for a worthy cause. At the moment, we have a problem with the pay bill, and so all contributions are coming to the M-Pesa on 0721 101 851. Until next week, when we get the pay bill working, then we'll go back to the pay bill. But for now, you can send on that M-Pesa. Please, if you can just give that little bit that you have, it will help that little child who is vulnerable to put a smile on their face. And that is what I want to do today, to
What are
make somebody smile.
what are your hobbies and what are the three things, the principles you live by?
Um, my hobbies. Oh my goodness. I have so many things. One, I love socializing. I love traveling, and I just love meeting new people. I love going to other countries to see what their culture is and what different do they do in swimming. Because my life is on that line of swimming. And my policy is wake up early, eat well, and be happy. Keep a smile on your face. And the other is for me, I love children. I just love children around me. If I don't have children, then I think my life is almost gone. And that is why even I accepted to stay with my grandchildren because without children in the house, I don't know whether I'll be able to survive. So my life is children. That's my policy. I love to be around children and stay around them. I had actually um, decided to do freelance teaching where I'm not employed by anyone, I employ myself. But when Shalalji appeared and said, look, please, can you do us this favor? Can you come and train our students? I wanted to just train the school team, but they said, no, we would request you to teach all the children how to swim. And that was why I actually accepted because I knew now I'm going to the children. not to adults. Adults are harder to teach because they don't trust me in the water. They think you're telling me to do this, and yet it's hard to do it. I'll drown. I'll die. You want to kill me? But with children, somehow they have a little trust in you. Whatever you ask them to do, they try and do it. The other is for the children with autism. I've taught quite a number of these children. A group of them came from Kipepeo, and I love that because every time they came to swim, they had a smile on their face. They enjoyed being with me in the water. So those are the things that I love just doing. Um, the biggest gap we have in Kenya is that we have not really been recognized, especially the divers, in what we do, the rescues, the retrievals that we do. You go for a retrieval, and there's no sort of token. Because me, I say you cannot pay me, but you can give me a token that I'll be able to help myself. There isn't that in the Kenya government. We are not really seen for what we do. I can be in the water for almost 7 to 8, 9 hours looking for somebody who has drowned. And at the end of the day, when I come out of that water, someone gives me 2,000. Seriously? That is where now I'm hoping that we can go. That after what I've done today, the government can sit down and have the policy in the disaster management that when divers go somewhere, let there be this minimum that we give them as an appreciation, because what we do is very hard. It's an unknown thing that we are going to do. We don't know what's in that water. We don't know what will happen. A lot of times I get sick after that, but what happens? It's me that has to take care of myself. But like I said, I always put God first. And even before I get into that water, I pray to God and I ask Him to take care of me, show me the direction where that body is. When we remove it, we are happy and we're grateful, especially for that family. They have somebody now they can either bury and remember their child for.
Have
Yes.
you been in what major rescue missions have you undertaken in terms of diving?
I was in the helicopter crash in Nakuru in 2017, which was very challenging because we were there for almost 40 days. And again, even after that, there was no appreciation that we were given. I was given something small for the divers by Red Cross at that time, Nakuru branch, which I really appreciate them for that. But from the Kenya government, we were not given anything. And then we have others where like in Rongai, there were two brothers who passed on, and we removed the boys. It was challenging also, but we managed. There's so many. We've gone all over. Naivasha, Gilgil, the lake in Naivasha where a boat capsided, and three were found, one was not found. So there are many challenges, and we really feel it because after that we're supposed to have at least a way of being cancelled so that at least we can get over it. But with time, we do it on our own. You just go home, close the door, pray to God, and ask God to give you strength for the next one.
We are done with the interview, and Sally now wants to get ready to get into the water because it's way past the time she had intended to start the exercise or the challenge. So she's there removing her t-shirt and tracksuit, applying some petroleum jelly on her body because she says it's going to help with preventing excess water from seeping into her body because she's going to be there for a long time. She gets her friend, who is also her student, to help her apply the petroleum jelly, especially in areas where she can't reach. She's sipping some soft drink right there just to give her energy. She's now explaining to me why she's doing what she's doing, and she seems psyched up. The crowd hadn't yet arrived. It was still early in the morning, but she's like, let me just do this and start. They will find me.
Hello, my name is Angela. I am here as a pace setter. The 6 hour challenge swim. I found it interesting because walking for 6 hours is crazy, yeah? Running for 6 hours is ridiculous, but swimming for 6 hours, that's now unbelievable. And I find it exciting to do this, support Coach Sally. We have known each other for a very long time. In fact, she was one of my first coaches. So I'm here to support the 6 hour challenge swim by Sally and hopefully raise funds for Kayla. So, are you a swimmer? How did you start swimming? You said you talked to coaches. Then, are you in competitive swimming? Yeah, just give us a background. Yes, I am in competitive swimming. I started swimming competitively in high school. Uh, and yes, I compete every now and then. But at the moment, I'm competing for my school. I don't have a club yet, though, but I'm still looking. Yeah, I do competitive swimming major.
Which school is?
That is the University of Nairobi. Yeah.
So you've come all the way from Nairobi?
No,
you're based in
home is around.
Oh.
Yes, I have finished and I'm at home. Yeah, I'm waiting for graduation. That is.
Okay. Tell us about Coach. What the kind of a person she is, how she's decided to be a swimmer. Yeah, just let's give her her flowers.
Oh yes, today is about Sally. She's very. I found her to be very motherly, and the fact that she's doing this at 64. I mean, age is just a number. Way to go. Yeah, I am inspired by what she does, and yeah, I'm here to fully support her.
As a female swimmer, how are you getting motivated by her? Because swimming is also not that of popular sport.
It is not, and she's changing the narrative. She has most of her career has been majored on swimming, saving especially, and yeah, she is breaking barriers. I mean, she's 64 and she's still doing this. It's amazing to me. I honestly don't know if I can keep up, but I'll try my best. Yeah.
Tell us about how long you're going to be with her in water, how you're going to be supporting.
Oh, I intend to be a pace setter, so I intend to be ahead of her. You know, yeah, for the 6 hours.
How did you prepare? Where is your psyche? How are you feeling? Let's be real, babe. You can be nervous. Let me just. How are you feeling? Being pacing for 6 hours. How have you trained? Where are you mentally right now before you get into the water?
I'm quite nervous, I'll admit it. 6 hours is no joke. Non-stop, yeah. I am quite nervous, but I think once we start, I'll get a hang of it. I think it's going to be okay.
How many are you guys going to be waiting for?
Two, I know of two. I have come with a friend. She's on her way. Yeah, but we hope to keep up. Yes.
Thank you. Any shout outs or support? Like, how would you want people to rally behind you?
This is a fundraiser, right? So basically, support KLF.
Hi.
Hello,
How are you?
I'm fine.
So tell us why you're here today. Big day. You're helping Coach
Mm-hmm.
Sally to swim. So
Mm-hmm.
just tell us how you met and why you are a pace setter today.
Actually haven't met her yet. This is my first time seeing her. My friend Angie, she told me there's a challenge, a swimming challenge. I wanted to come just to experience a 6 hour swim. So, so that's what like. Honestly, it's just challenging myself to do it.
Tell us about your swimming journey.
My swimming journey, I started in campus competitively. But apart from campus, I really don't have much experience. But I love long distance swimming, so at least I have a lot of gas. That's all I know. I have a lot of gas. Yeah.
For you seeing Sally at 64, I don't know how old you are. Maybe you're years younger than her.
Yeah,
So
obviously.
for you seeing her doing this, what does it mean to you as a young woman?
Meaning even when I get to 64, I can be like her or even better. So it's up to like ladies not to lower their garden. Just keep on. Sports is everything. You're just going to be fit always. So I feel like her being at 64 shows me even when I'm at 64. I may just be like her.
How passionate are you about swimming?
I won't say swimming, but I'll say about sports. I'm a fitness girly, so I think swimming and every other sport that I can. So yeah, but I love swimming.
Pace sitting for 6 hours. Where are you mentally? How are you feeling right now? Where are you?
When they say it's mental, trust me, it's mental because 6 hours is a long time, but it's mental. Honestly, I'm not that ready, but when you say it's mental, you just have to push it. You feel you're tired, just tell your brain, you push it all the way. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
All right.
how to do it in the water, swimming for 6 hours for this particular challenge.
So here Sally is walking towards meeting her pace setters, the two ladies I had spoken with earlier, and so she seems very ready and psyched up. They're just supposed to give her morale, and that's what they are doing right now. They're just having that one last meeting before she now dives into the water officially and formally. Yeah, here she is. She's still talking to them, telling them how to swim and where she's gonna be in the pool. So it's all systems go, and it's already 1 hour past the time she wanted to get into the water. She was expected to be in water by around 8. And just like that, Sally dives into the water in 3, 2, and 1, beginning her 6 hour swimming challenge. She's alone in the pool right now, but in a few you will see that her pace setters will also dive into the water. She just wants to make the initial laps in the water herself, and then she'll be joined by the pace setters. They're not competing with her, they're just complementing her by making her see and feel that there are other people in the water with her so that she doesn't get lonely. And it's going to be a long swim. These are just the first few hours of the swim, actually, the first few minutes, not even hours. Then there goes the divers, and they're all ladies, two boop, two boop. They're in the water. And you can see they're also taking their time, swimming at their own pace. And no one is in competition with anyone, but they're just in competition with themselves. And yeah, go Sally, go. So here these are the fast laps that Sally has been taking alongside her pace setters. Angie's deciding to just keep in pace with her, not to go too fast. And there she goes. I was just trying to zoom in so that we can get to see how she's moving. She is swimming breaststroke. Then at the end of the pool is her oldest grandson, who was taking count or keeping a score of the number of laps that she has taken. And then I decided to speed it up so that we don't get bored, because this is what she's going to be doing for the next 6 hours, and it will be tiresome. But on the other side, I decided to speak with the friend who was praying for her on why she decided to be here when Sally was doing this initiative. And this is in the morning, like I said. Not everyone had gotten to the Nakuru Athletic Club where she was doing this marathon, and so she decided to stream it first on her Facebook page, Sally Njeri, and then she continued. So I think she's very driven. I think the lesson I learned at that point was like, just start, go ahead. The rest will catch up. And she did her thing. She had the people that she needed around her at that time, so she kept doing it. And while she was swimming, I decided, let me talk to her student.
My name is Anne Chacha. I'm from Nakuru, and Sally is my coach. Yeah, she started teaching me swimming. At least I know, not all of it, but at least I know some of the swimming techniques. So when she told me she wants to do this, the ultimate swimming challenge, I felt what she was going for was a good thing. I like supporting people, the poor, and when she told me she was doing it for the less privileged, like the people with autistic, and also for supporting the divers, I was happy about it, and I told her that I was going to come and support her and be here with her. I celebrate her. Yeah, what she's doing is an amazing job. She has a big heart. She loves people. She loves teaching people how to swim. She also does life savings. She also helps families that have lost their loved ones in the water, getting out the bodies, something most of us cannot be able to do. To me, I see someone who loves people, someone who wants to see people doing better in life. That is why I just feel I should support her. Yeah.
And maybe what do you want people to know about this campaign and how can they support?
I want people to know that it is good to support one another. There are people who are less privileged than we are in the society. And we can support this by giving a donation. She has her she has put her number on Facebook. We can send our donations there. You can also come and celebrate her here. We are at Nakuru Athletic Club, right opposite Nuru Palace, just a few meters away from Nuru Palace on the left. Myself, I was one person who really fears swimming because when my children were very young, they were like, the first one was like 3 years old. I started taking them for swimming, and the second one was like 1.5. But I couldn't get into the water. Now they are older. The firstborn is 21. And I thought about it, like when Kenya had a lot of rain and people were just being washed away by the rains. I was like, I don't even know how to swim. If the rain just came, a lot of water came, what can I do? And I thought I always desired to know how to swim, but fear got the better part of me. I couldn't get into the water. I feared water. But when I talked to Sally, she told me, come, and I also felt like I would never learn it now that age is catching up. I felt like I would never learn it. But when she got an interview, she said she wants to teach women who are 50 and 60 years old. It encouraged me. So I got in touch with her. I asked her how I can get to class. She encouraged me. She said, come. That was in July. So in July, I started my classes. By the way, you should have seen me go into the water. I was scared. I thought I was going to die. But Sally encouraged me. She taught me bit by bit, and I got confidence in the water. Um, with her help, I started learning how to swim, how to float on water, until recently I just had something I was doing. I got out of class, but I'm going back to class. Yeah. So I'm still a student. I'd like to talk to women. I like encouraging women to do things. Like when I started driving, I started encouraging women, learn how to drive and learn how to drive. Now I'm encouraging women, learn how to swim. I didn't know how to swim before. So I thought at my age I can't swim, but with Sally, when I heard she's 64 and she's teaching people, I was like, can I try? Can I try? I want to encourage women. It doesn't matter your age, as long as you have that passion to do something. Don't miss out on it because of age. Just try and try again, and you'll be able to do it.
So I left Sally swimming, and she did it for like 4.5 hours before I came back, and she kept going. Guys by now had come to the Nakuru Athletic Club and they were cheering her on. She had not stopped since I left her. And she goes, there she goes, doing her best. I've just sped up the swimming clips. Oh yeah, she gets thirsty and she's still moving in water. So the pace setter has to give her water, and there they go. There's another pace setter because the girls got tired, and so he had to come in and give her moral support. They were taking turns. So there she goes. And yeah, she kept going and they kept counting. And here she is. Still going strong. She really outdid herself. The guys watching her colleagues from where she works, they kept shouting her name just to continue egging her on. And Sally went on. There she is developing a muscle pool. So the lifeguard had to come in, and he's the president of the Kenya Life Saving Federation as well. So he was helping her because she can't stop. She has to keep swimming. She has to keep moving in water. Her feet can't touch the ground. So there she goes. She's feeling much better. So she kept swimming. The laps are numerous, and by the end of this swimming session, the 6-hour marathon, she was able to cover like 6.8 kilometers. Imagine just swimming back and forth. And there she goes. Guys started dancing around the pool at around 1 hour and a half left for the 6-hour challenge to be over. And I'm saying hi to some of them, and there goes Sally. She's giving it her all. By now, her pace is so slow, but among the pace setters are her grandchildren who've jumped into the water to just give her that final last push. Guys are going around the pool, singing, dancing, just to make sure that Sally doesn't seem like she's all alone. And there she goes, she's swimming, and giving it her all. Like, it was just unbelievable. I was just following through, and I'm like, I cannot believe it that she is now here. She started on her own, guys, in the morning. Now there were people milling around the pool just to watch her go.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
So here again, we are celebrating her, and that's her grandson, the oldest, the 21-year-old. I'm going to speak with him at the end of this after he's left the water. Then guys are just congratulating Sally for doing something a 64-year-old woman has never done here in Nakuru. Those are her grandkids. That's the chair of the Kenya Life Saving Federation giving her a hug. Guys wanted to take picture with her. She's like the hottest person in town right now. And those are pace setters just taking a picture with her. Then coffee came.
Tuweke sukari
Sijakaribia Vitalis lakini unaniona venye ninaenda.
kidogo kwa one spoon.
Hii ingekuwa kahawa goma, ile moto, ile ya kuchemsha.
I'm feeling weakish, and yes, there was a time when I felt like, let me stop it, especially when I started getting the cramps. Normally I don't get cramps, so I didn't know it was that painful. But I said, no, let me push myself, and I thank God. Of course, I have to rest and eat well, especially fruit and vegetables, so that I can get my energy back. I can only say thank you and encourage as many people to start swimming and continue to swim. Yeah, whether young or old. I opted for the children with autism because they're vulnerable. And then in the society, we forget these children. And I would wish that now people will know that these children exist, and we need to do more for them. So these proceeds that I will get, quite a big amount will go to helping these children in terms of getting them the theme boards for them to be able to communicate to their parents and caregivers. And of course, even in schools, we can use the theme boards. We also want to encourage these theme boards to go even to the chief's office and into public transport, because these autism children, they go all over and yet they cannot communicate. So if we teach the public how these theme boards are used, then they'll be able to be accepted into the society. Even got to a point where I thought, let me leave it, let me forget about it.
Mioni Mwangi, her colleague. She's our coach in our school, I would say a very giving person, very helpful in all manners. At the start, I was very skeptical. I was thinking she'll do probably 3 hours, 2 hours tops. But I'm lucky, I am privileged to have sat throughout the day. And after the 6 hours, I think we were all wrecked because we were crying on her behalf. Definitely, the first thing that came to my mind is I'm a lazy person because she coaches my kids, and I always sit by the poolside when she does that. And as a woman, considering her age, she has made us proud. It's a win for all women. And as she was swimming, there was the strength of the woman song going. It was playing, and I was resonating with it. I was totally in sync with it, and I was like, it's a win for all of us.
Okay, my name is Sheila, Miss Sheila Mayoyo. Miss Sally is our colleague. It's a great challenge. We're really proud of her. And at 64, whatever she's done is a great challenge to us. Some of us can't even swim, but I think we've taken up the challenge. And come next challenge, going to be the pace setters will know how to swim. Emotional. I really, at some point, I felt like she's not going to make it, but the fact that she did make it I was so proud of her and I was really happy. That's why I cried.
Job Kani. I'm the president of Kenya Life Saving Federation. In regard to Charlie, Madam Sally challenge today, I think it was a great achievement and also a highlight on water safety campaign, which she did. Drowning in Kenya and in the world remain a big challenge. If you look at the drowning in the world, I think it is the third leading cause of drowning mortality. And actually, it is estimated that 2.3 million people die in a year. In Kenya, we talk about 2,300, which comes second from road accident. Actually, when it comes to the resolution, which was passed on April 2021, the United Nations passed a resolution that drowning is actually an epidemic. And they set a day that on 25th July becomes a World Drowning Prevention Day. They gave this some certain guidelines. The first guideline they gave was each country to set up a national focal point. In Kenya, the national focal point is Ministry of Education, a Ministry of Health. From there, they did talk about the policy to be put in place, national plan for drowning plan to be put in place, and right now the Ministry of Health is working on the national plan. The other thing was national drowning programs such as Learn to Swim. And actually, you can say in Kenya, we can allow the Ministry of Education to actually included swimming lessons in the curriculum.
Mi naitwa Onesmus Njoroge. I'm 21 years old. I'm Sally's grandson. Na leo alikuwa na challenge ya 6 hours. Ya so mi ndo nilikuwa na mpe psych ya juu ye ni shosho yangu na pia ye ni coach wangu. Ya so I had to motivate her amalize hiyo challenge na si rahisi hata kidogo. Juu mi nimeenda nimejaribu na it's a bit tough. Ni tough. I felt so good. Yeah, but tuseme tu ni God. Yeah, inataka tu kuwe na imani kwa God. Yeah, no trust in God kabisa kabisa. Nilifeel poa sana. Yeah, na nikafeel tuseme tu nilifeel tu enjoyment.
Yeah, I'm speechless. I'm speechless because I don't know. Oh my God, I wish my grandma was alive, because this is literally a grandma who is out of this world. She was swimming with her grandkids. She was swimming with children she's trained and they're now adults. Like, she was swimming with the entire multitude of people she supported. And she's hoping that the funds she'll raise will go into helping her support children living with autism to get those boards. She explained it in the video, so that because they are not able to speak, then they'll be able to still express and communicate. And these are important aids for them, and they are a neglected part of our population. We hardly talk about people with special needs. We hardly talk about people with disability. We've just mainstreamed everything and think that a majority of what works for a majority of the population works for this subset of the population. And I believe Sally is just mind blowing, and I pray that her campaign just exceeds her expectations. Guys, support her mission. She is brilliant, and I will try and put more information about how you can support her on the description link below. And remember, guys, please remember to like and subscribe. Share this video. I'll be doing more content, and I do hope also you'll tell me what you'd like to see more on this channel. Thank you for the 1,400 plus subscribers. I thank you. I know, I thank you. And sometimes I try to make the channel kind of active, but work sometimes gets into the picture. But I'm not saying that this is not important. This is also important. I love the community we are creating. I love that we are growing, and I am really, really impressed by the support you guys have been giving me. So please remember to share this channel, and I'll see you on the next BTS.